Are you nervous?
I am. There's so many people out there.
They're all looking at you.
Looked out the window. I shouldn't have. I guess there's music in the house.
Dad showed up in jeans, dude.
I didn't even iron those pants for him.
Did he not want to wear them or what?
Alright, should we?
I love you, dude.
Love that.
Little faster, Mama.
Because my shoes.
Okay.
Because of my shoes.
No, I'm not. I love you, Mom.
When do I give you the wreath?
A little bit later.
Picture of makeup.
She come, boy. Whew.
How are your hands now?
Huh?
How are your hands now?
It's my eyes. God damn. Woo. How you doing, Theo?
You may be seated.
Can't look at you.
Estoy profundamente emocionado. I don't know if you're able to hear the translator, but if you can, I'll try to do it myself. Yes, my English is not very good looking, so
You can ask him to turn the
I-
water off.
yeah, I don't know if you can turn the water off. It'll be better. It's very nice, but you'll be able to hear me. So if they can turn the water off. Oh, you can hear me? Okay. Well, I'm just so happy and joyful for this moment. You see, we did opposite. She's doing it in Spanish. Por Chuy y Eryn, que decidieron unir sus vidas en matrimonio para hacer una nueva familia, para hacer un nuevo hogar y llenar este mundo de felicidad y amor. Les damos la bienvenida a todos ustedes. Estamos reunidos ante la presencia del Dios Todopoderoso
We are here before the presence of the Almighty God
y de todos estos testigos
and all these witnesses
para celebrar
to celebrate
la unión en matrimonio
in marriage
de Jesús Gabriel Villapúa
of Jesus Yapuba
y Eryn Alisa Glenn.
and Eryn
Glenn, I hope I did it wrong. Real good.
Eryn was Glenn too.
You guys understood me.
Yeah, you know my name.
Okay. I told you English is not my thing, but I'm here for a reason.
Estoy aquí por una razón.
El matrimonio es un regalo de Dios,
Marriage is a gift from God
para todos nosotros,
for everyone,
para experimentar la alegría del amor
so that we may experience the joy of unconditional love
en el matrimonio,
in marriage
para toda la vida,
for all our lives,
toda la vida,
all our lives,
toda la vida.
our lives.
Algunos dicen que 10 años se pasan como 10 segundos, 10 minutos, perdón,
Some say that 10 years are like 10 minutes,
pero bajo el agua,
but underwater.
pero no para ustedes.
But not for you.
Su matrimonio
Your marriage
es importante
is important,
que sea un matrimonio lleno de luz,
that it be filled with light,
amor, love,
love,
paz
peace,
y felicidad.
and happiness.
Un hijo le dijo a su padre,
A son told his dad,
papá,
Dad,
estoy muy emocionado.
I'm very happy.
¿Qué crees?
Guess
Me
what?
voy a casar.
I'm going to get married.
El padre le dice a su hijo,
The father tells his son,
hijo,
Son,
pídeme perdón.
ask me for forgiveness.
¿Qué? Dice el hijo,
The son says, What?
pídeme perdón.
And the father says, Ask me for forgiveness.
¿Pero por qué, papá?
But why, Dad?
Te estoy diciendo que me pidas perdón.
I'm telling you to ask me for forgiveness.
Papá,
Dad,
última vez,
last time,
pídeme perdón.
ask for forgiveness.
El hijo le dice, papá, perdóname.
And the son says, Dad,
Dad, forgive me. It wasn't enough. Y el padre le dice a su hijo,
and the father tells the son,
está bien, hijo, estás listo para casarte.
Son, you are ready to get married.
Cuando no sepas ni por qué,
When you don't know why,
pero tú todavía tienes la capacidad de pedir perdón por algo que no sabes,
but you still ask forgiveness for something that you don't know,
entonces estás listo.
then you're ready.
Me presento
I'd like to introduce myself.
para que sepan por qué un mexicano está aquí hablando.
Why this Mexican is speaking here today.
Yo soy David Samuel Sarabia,
David Samuel Sarabia,
el tío más guapo y favorito de Chuy. I'll say that in English just in case you didn't hear. The best looking uncle and the favorite uncle of Chuy. That's the reason I'm here. And that came with a price.
eso vino con sacrificio.
Not the good looking.
Not the good,
I was born that way.
no lo guapo, porque así nació,
The favorite.
but the favorite part.
Cuando yo tenía 16 años,
When I was 16 years old,
yo vivía en casa de Mario, el papá de Chuyito, y de Irma.
I lived with my sister Irma and her then husband Mario.
Chuy acababa de nacer.
Chewy had just been born,
Y yo me convertí
and I became
en su babysitter 24/7.
his babysitter 24/7.
Él fue como un hijo mío a mis 16 años.
He became like a son to me at 16 years old,
Literal.
literally.
Yo iba a la iglesia con él,
I went to church with him,
o él iba conmigo.
or he went with me.
Iba a la tienda con él.
I went to the store with him,
Iba a jugar con mis amigos con él.
and I even took him to play with my friends.
Lo único que no podía era ir a la escuela, llevármelo a la escuela,
The only thing I couldn't do was take him to school with me,
porque no me dejaban.
because they wouldn't let me.
Pero por eso me convertí en algo especial y él para mí.
That's why I became something special for him and him for me.
I think he even looks more like me than his father. Y recuerdo muchas cosas de Chuy.
I remember a lot of things about Chewy.
Lo primero es cómo él es un sobreviviente.
First, see that he's a survivor,
No de la guerra,
not a war
no de una enfermedad,
or an illness,
sino de mí.
but he survived me.
Ah. Recuerdo la primera vez que le cambié los pañales.
I remember the first time I changed his diaper.
It was very nasty. Things came out that I didn't even know how that they came out. And it was challenging for me to clean it. It was the first time. Fue la primera vez. And I remember that I was so excited because it was my new job and it was my nephew and he was such a good looking kid and so bright, full of life and so adorable. I don't know if you've seen pictures of him when he was a baby. He was so adorable. So he used to smile at me and I used to get so excited because I felt his love. And I was cleaning him the first time and it was very tough for me. And all of a sudden he looks at me and he gives me a smile and I just melt. And when I was melting, then I felt some warm water all over my face. And that was a very bad experience that I lived with Chewy, and I hope I never get back again. Happily for me, I have a daughter now, and I didn't have those accidents anymore. Chewy también me mostró
Chewy also showed me
la capacidad del hombre
the capacity of man
de ver la misma película
to watch the same movie
por meses y mostrar felicidad.
and still show joy.
Al punto que me aprendí la película de Little Rascals
The point to where I learned the movie
de principio a fin.
from beginning to end.
Nunca voy a olvidar
I'll never forget
la vez que lo dejé encerrado en su casa,
the time I left him at home
encerrado solo,
and he was by himself.
chiquito,
He was little.
en un año,
He was about one
en su silla,
in a chair,
comiendo un espectacular platillo,
eating a very exquisite,
su favorito,
his favorite.
que no sé si todavía siga siendo el de
I
hoy,
don't know if it's still his favorite.
arroz con frijoles
Rice and beans
mezclados.
mixed together.
Lo sorprendente no era el platillo,
The surprising part wasn't the dish itself.
era como se lo comía.
It was the way that he ate it.
Por alguna razón, sus oídos y su cabeza y su cuerpo terminaban embarrados de arroz con frijoles.
For some reason, his body, his ears ended up smeared with rice and beans.
Pero lo que más admiro
But what I admire most
y amo de Jesús
and love about Jesus
es el hermoso corazón,
is the beautiful heart,
humilde,
humble,
sincero
sincere,
y sencillo,
and sincere.
que ahora será tuyo,
That will now be yours.
que seguramente heredó de mí.
And surely he inherited that from me.
Quiero rápidamente compartir una clave de éxito para su matrimonio.
I want to quickly share a key of success for your marriage.
La clave para el matrimonio perfecto.
The key to a perfect marriage.
Todos los que están casados
All of you who are married
se están riendo.
are laughing.
Exacto.
Exactly.
No existe el matrimonio perfecto.
There is no such thing as a perfect marriage.
Pero no es importante buscar un matrimonio perfecto.
But it's not important to look for a perfect marriage.
Dios constituyó la unión entre el hombre y la mujer
God created the union between a man and a woman
con la intención
with the intention
que camináramos
to
juntos
walk together
en esta vida,
in this life,
en esta vida difícil,
in this difficult life,
con problemas,
with problems,
pero con felicidades,
but also with a lot of joy,
con momentos felices
with beautiful moments
y con momentos muy tristes.
and moments that are not as happy.
Pero nos capacitó
But He also gave us the tools
para ser una ayuda idónea.
to be a sustainable help.
Idónea, no sé cómo se diga. Eryn and Chewy. Am I saying your name right?
Yeah.
Okay. Les voy a dar el mejor consejo que les puedo dar.
I'm going to give you the best advice that I can give you.
Y está en Colosenses 3, 18 y 19.
And it's in Colossians 3, 18 and 19.
Y dice así: Casadas, estad sujetas a vuestros maridos como conviene en el Señor. Y maridos, amad a vuestras mujeres y no seáis ásperos con ellas.
Wives, submit yourselves to your husbands as is fitting in the Lord. Husbands, love your wives and do not be harsh with them.
Ahorita lo voy a explicar.
I will explain that.
Pero primero quiero decirles que el hombre y la mujer somos muy diferentes.
First, I'd like to say that man and women are very different.
No sé si ya se dieron cuenta de eso.
I don't know if you've already figured that out.
Pero el cerebro del hombre es muy distinto al de la mujer.
But a man's brain is very different from a woman's brain.
El cerebro del hombre funciona en pequeños compartimientos de cajas.
A man's brain works like little boxes.
Little boxes. Tiny little boxes. Millions of them. Y cuando tenemos un problema, vamos y sacamos una pequeña caja.
We go and we take one of those boxes.
Y sacamos la información de esa caja.
And we take the information out of that.
Y discutimos únicamente lo que hay en esa caja.
And we talk only about what's inside that box.
Cuando no la necesitamos, la regresamos a su lugar y la ponemos exactamente donde estaba.
When we don't need it anymore, we take it back to where we got it from and we leave it.
La tenemos por colores,
We have it by color,
por números,
by numbers,
pero todas diferentes
but they're all different
y todas en su único lugar.
and all in their places.
Las mujeres
Women
tienen una bola de alambres,
have a bunch of wires, a ball of wires,
millions.
millions.
They're all connected.
Todos están conectados.
They're all in a fast speed internet. So one thought is connected to another one, and the other one is connected to the other one, and it's a mess up there. But it's a beautiful mess because they understand everything. You see, I have to be honest, Chewy, you're gonna get bit on the brain. There's no way you can beat a woman in the head. There's just way more developed. But you don't have to understand them. You just have to. What was the message? Love your wife. And we will get into that, but not yet. Pero en el cerebro de los hombres hay una caja específica.
In a man's brain, there's a specific box,
Y es nuestra caja favorita.
and it's our favorite box.
Es la que más amamos.
It's the one we love most,
No te puedes meter con ella.
and you cannot get it,
Esa es la caja de Chewy.
and that's true.
No vas a tener acceso.
You will not have access
Aunque
to it,
quieras.
even though you want to,
Aunque él quiera.
even if he wants to.
Y es la caja de la nada.
It's the box of nothing.
Solo los hombres tenemos la caja de la nada.
I have a big nothing
And
box.
that box is nothing.
Me too, Chewy. We both have big box of that. I think I have a closet. Es la razón por la que el hombre puede estar frente a un televisor
This is why a man can be in front of a television
así.
like this.
Ja, ja, ja. ¿Ok? Cambiándole.
Changing and changing channels.
Y llegas tú y le dices, Chuy,
And you get there and you say, Chewy,
¿qué haces?
what are you doing?
Nada.
Nothing.
Y es verdad,
And it's true,
porque no está haciendo nada.
because he's doing nothing.
Por eso se puede ir a pescar con sus amigos,
That's why he can go fishing with his friends,
tomarse unas cervezas.
have some beers,
No hace nada.
and he does nothing.
Solo está en ese momento.
He's just present in that.
Y no hay nada que le irrite más a una mujer
There's nothing that irritates a woman more
de ver a un hombre
than to see a man
que no haga nada.
that does nothing.
Por eso
This is why
es importante
it's important
que la mujer aprenda
that a woman learn
a someterse, aun aunque tenga un hombre que no haga nada.
that does nothing.
Y vamos a entrar en el tema rápidamente.
Get into that.
I'm going to try to be very, very fast because Chuy called me only 3 times in this last 6 months because I live in Mexico and it's long distance and he doesn't want to pay the fees. And he said, I'm just joking, it's free. He told me only one thing, it was very, very specific. Tío, I want this to be fast. Don't take too long. I don't know how he got it that I take too long. But dude, I'm sorry. I'm going to give you the message. I'm here already. But I'll be fast. You know, I love you guys. Somos diferentes y por eso la Biblia nos da consejos diferentes.
We are different. This is why
The Bible
gives us 2 different tips or advice.
nos da 2 consejos muy diferentes para un mismo propósito.
He gives us 2 tips or advices, pieces of advice for the same purpose.
Para un matrimonio sano,
For a healthy marriage,
da 2 consejos.
it gives 2 pieces of advice.
Al hombre le dice, ama a tu mujer y no seas áspero,
It tells the man to be a loving husband
y no seas áspero,
and not to be rough.
don't be rough all the time. Y a la mujer le dice, sométete.
And it tells a woman to submit herself.
Pero, ¿qué acaso el hombre no necesita también sentir amor?
Doesn't man need to feel love?
Y la mujer no necesita también que el hombre la respete y se someta a su amor.
And doesn't a woman need to feel a man submit himself to her and feel love?
Y la realidad es que sí.
And the reality is yes.
Pero Dios que nos conoce
But God who knows us
y conoce cómo es la mente del hombre y cómo es la mente de la mujer,
and knows the mind of man and the mind of a woman,
sabe que al hombre lo que se le dificulta
knows that it's difficult for a man
expresar el amor sincero
to express sincere love
para su mujer.
towards his wife.
No cuando estás en una etapa de enamoramiento,
Not when you're in a time of being in love,
sino cuando ya llevas 2, 3, 10, 20 años casado.
but when you've already been married 2, 3, 10, or 20 years.
Ahí es donde tienes que mostrar el amor.
That is where you need to show your love.
Y no es que la mujer no sea importante,
Doesn't mean that the woman is not important,
que el hombre se someta a ella,
that the man does not need to submit,
o que ella se someta al hombre,
or that she needs to submit to him.
pero siempre a la mujer se le va a complicar
But it'll be a little more difficult for a woman
entender y aceptar
to understand and accept
a un hombre
a man
que no puede entender.
that she cannot understand.
It makes sense?
Does that make sense?
A little bit? I'll get into it. This is a true story. My little daughter, she ran to me right now. She loves you, by the way, Chewy. She just started school last year. And for the whole year, I committed myself to take her flowers, a bouquet of flowers, once a week, every week, when I go pick her up. And every time I used to take her flowers, she used to give me this beautiful smile. She used to grab those flowers, Chewy, and she used to enjoy them. For me, they were just flowers, but for her, it was the best gift I could ever give her, flowers. She was only 3 years old. She was only 4. She's gonna be 5 now. And flowers for a man, if you give flowers to a woman, she will appreciate them. She will feel love. If you give flowers to a man, he wouldn't even know where to put them. ¿Me entienden? So that's how much different we are. That's why the Bible gives us 2 answers. Nos da 2 formas, métodos para lograr un matrimonio sano.
That's why the Bible gives us 2 forms of tips.
Y dice,
on how to
Eryn,
make a marriage. It says, Eryn,
sujétate a Chuy.
submit yourself to it.
¿Pero qué significa eso?
But what does that mean?
Estar sujeta a tu marido
To be submitted to your
no es una
husband?
señal de inferioridad.
It's not a
sino más bien es una muestra de respeto
It's a sign of respect
por el papel
for the role
y la posición del esposo,
and the position of the husband,
siendo dócil
being docile
y humilde.
and humble.
Estar sujeta se trata de reconocer
Submitting is recognizing
que cada uno tiene papeles importantes en este matrimonio
that everyone has an important role in this marriage
y diferentes,
and different,
y pueden trabajar juntos
and you can work together
de una manera efectiva
in an effective
para construir un hogar feliz y saludable.
to construct a happy and healthy home.
A eso se refiere.
That's what it refers to.
Todo esto en amor.
All of this in love.
Chuy, el consejo para ti,
The advice for you,
ama a Eryn
love Eryn
y no seas áspero con ella.
and don't be rough with her.
¿Pero qué significa esto?
What does this mean?
Chuy, demuestra tu amor a Eryn
You need to demonstrate your love to Eryn,
tratándola con ternura,
treating her with tenderness
tenderness y respeto,
and respect,
en lugar de actuar de manera ruda y violenta.
instead of acting in a violent manner.
La Biblia nos exhorta
The Bible tells us
a tratar a nuestras mujeres con amor
to treat our wives with love
y cuidado.
and care.
El verbo amar en este versículo
The verb love in this verse
no se refiere a la emoción ni a lo artificial,
to emotion or artificial,
sino al verdadero amor,
but to true love,
duradero
enduring
y comprometido.
and committed.
El amor que se nos pide dar
The love that we are asked to give
a tu esposa
to your wife
es aceptar,
is to accept,
respetarla,
respect her,
valorarla,
value her,
protegerla, apoyarla
encourage her,
y cuidarla.
and take care of her.
Piece of cake. Okay? Eryn and Chuy. Para entender
To understand
de qué forma o de qué amor estoy hablando, que tienen que compartir eso,
what love I'm talking about,
me gustaría simplemente leer Corintios 13, 4 al 7.
I'd love to read 1 Corinthians 15.
I'm going to try to do it in English. I love this translation. Love is patient and kind. This is the way you have to approach in love to your other. I'm going to tell you what love is not. Love is not jealous. It does not brag. And it is not proud. Love is not rude. It is not selfish. And it cannot be made angry easily. Love does not remember wrongdoing done against it. Love is never happy when another is wrong, but is always happy with the truth. Love never gives up. Love never stops trusting. Never give up. Never lose your trust. Love never loses hope. Never, ever lose the hope on Chuy. And the same for you, Chuy. And to finish, love never quits. I want to finish with this to remind you both that you have blessings. Not only for you, but you have blessings that you carry on from your parents, from your fathers, and from the fathers of your fathers. I'm sure, Chuy, that if your abuelita Felicita was here, she would be in that front row, looking at you with a lot of happiness, being very proud of what you have accomplished and the woman that you're marrying now. And also, your abuelito Chuy, Jesus Arabia, from the one you carry his name. He will be very happy for the man you are turning to be and for the decision you're making right now before God and all those witnesses. You see, and this is my last advice for you, and I hope you can take this one home and really treasure it. Chuy, when my father came to the United States to marry your mother and your dad, I was left back home alone. I wasn't very good in school, and I was very unstable kid. So I didn't do the grades, so I had to stay. And my father sent my family to be with your mother before he came to the States to marry them, because my father was a pastor. And I was the last saying bye to him in Mexico. So he took me to one of his friends that I was going to stay with him. And I was driving with him in this combi. How do you say combi in English?
Bus, like a little van
Like
bus.
little Ben bus, yeah. It was white with red. And I was sitting on the side and I was looking at him. I was 13 years old. And he looked at me and he was giving me a bunch of advices, most of them not to do something wrong. And when he said, bye, you have to stay here, because he was going to the airport. I went off. Before I went off, I approached him and I gave him a kiss, and then I ran down and did my thing. And you know, he never came back when he came to marry your mother. And I really regret not giving him a hug and say the proper goodbye, and not trashing that moment and just let it go like nothing. If I had one wish to make, to be back in that day, Chewy, and just hug him so hard and give him a kiss and tell him that I will see him again, if not here, but in heaven, I will be very, very happy. But I won't be able to. But the message I want to give you both is make sure a day doesn't pass. A goodbye doesn't pass. For both of you, sharing the love you have for each other and showing it to one another. Okay? Who's excited? Who's happy for this occasion? I have a guy out there watching all the guys that are in the not on that box of nothing, because I saw some people here on, like, some guys they're just right into that box. You guys are not having dinner. I'm just joking. You guys will have dinner anyways. But right now we're gonna start with. Vamos a empezar con los actos prenupciales. Y Jesús y Eryn me pidieron que ellos iban a hacer sus propios votos. Y me sorprendió la forma tan eficaz, madura e inteligente que tienen para tomar las decisiones más importantes de su vida. Como decidir quién va a decir los votos primero. ¿Saben cómo? Piedra, papel y tijera. That's a good way to make good decisions. So, Choi will start and he will give the balls. I'll hold it for you, Tree.
Okay. And for you. Eryn, when I was young, I learned that you can lose the things that you love can be gone in an instant. Because of that, I've always made myself reserved with my feelings and would never really open up myself to anyone with how I felt. And that wasn't until I met you. Even though it took me a little while to admit it and to say it, we both know that I fell for you way before I ever said it. I was willing to admit... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong part. You've been able to read me like a book ever since then. You know when I'm sad, even though I try to hide it all the time. You know I'm excited about something small like a food processor, and I try to play it off like it's nothing big. But most importantly, You know how to make me feel great even when I feel like everything's down in the dumps. I'm lucky to be marrying the greatest woman I've ever met. You're passionate, loving, and by far the most important, you're patient with me. Most of the time, at least. Which I know can be really hard, especially with me. Which is why I know you'll make the best mother to our future children. I promise to feed you, encourage you, and to take care of you. I promise to let you bring home that little dumpster kitty because it was sad and needed a mama, and I won't be mad about it. I promise to always be kind to you, be your ally in conflict, consolation in disappointment, and your accomplice in mischief. You are the sweetest and kindest person I know, and I promise to strive and to be your equal in that, and deserving of it. I promise to love you in sickness and in health, and for always.
Chewy, I know you're the one for me because I don't even have to look for the stray cats anymore. They just show up at our house. It's been almost exactly 7 years since we first met each other, and we've only been together for the last 3 years, but I hope you know how important the first 4 years were to me. I've always had this idea that strength comes from having unrelenting composure and always staying 10 steps ahead of yourself. And I've set this expectation that I have to always try to be better than I might actually be. And for those first 4 years carrying that pressure, I found consistent friendship with you, a laugh every Thursday sitting on opposite ends of the bar, and unending acceptance. I hope you know that I've always looked up to you and I've always admired you. You create peace for yourself. You enjoy the moment and you enjoy your life for what it is. And you've provided me with a sense of safety that I've never known. You've shown me the relief of living in the present, and you've taught me to embrace my flaws with the love that you give me. I now know that real strength comes from being vulnerable and building a connection with somebody that you can trust. And since you've been in my life, I feel like the weight of the world has been lifted off of my shoulders. You might be the loud one, but you're definitely the gentle one and the patient one. And you have all of the qualities that I had at one point thought that I lost in myself. And you're everything that I try to be. And we've grown so much together in the last 3 years, and I know we're going to continue to grow. You're the family that I've always looked for. You're the security that I've always needed. And I will spend our lives trying to match your strength with my own. I'll reciprocate your compassion and your empathy, and I'll remember to pause and to really listen to you. And I will always respect the person that you are.
Los votos matrimoniales son las promesas que se hacen las parejas durante la boda. Y en estas se expresan el amor, el compromiso. Es un recordatorio de todas las promesas que se han hecho hasta este momento. Le voy a pedir a los anillos. Esteban. You were in that box, right?
Which one do you want first?
Both. Yeah.
Here's one.
Okay. Este ¿cuál es?
This is mine.
Okay.
And here is the other.
Okay, I'm gonna put. Este es el tuyo y este
This
es
is
el
the
de
one
ella.
she's giving me, yeah.
Okay. Muy bien. Y ese es el que tú le vas a dar a ella.
No, this is mine. This one's the one that I'm giving to her.
Ok. Detémelo para así no confundirlos. Ok. Los anillos son un recordatorio del compromiso que están haciendo el día de hoy. Estos anillos de material precioso representan el vínculo que tienen como esposos. Es un círculo sin fin que simboliza la unión perpetua de su matrimonio. Jesús Gabriel Villapuda. Toma tu anillo.
Jesús Gabriel Villapuda, tu persona.
Y vas a repetir
And you will repeat
después de mí.
after me.
Eryn, ¿cómo?
Alyssa Glenton.
Alyssa Glenton.
Tim.
Tim. There you go. Did I get it right? Okay. Can you just grab her hand, please? Don't put it yet. I want to repeat it. I want you to repeat this. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol
as a symbol
of my love
of my love
and faithfulness to you.
and faithfulness to you.
Thomas, take this ring, set it up. Yeah, the box. Okay. Can you grab Chuy's hand? Okay. You're going to repeat after me. Jesús Gabriel Villapuda,
Jesus Gabriel Villapuda,
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol
as a symbol
of my love
of my love
and faithfulness to you.
and faithfulness to you.
You can put that ring. Eryn Elisa, I won't say your last name because it's going to be very hard for me. And Jesus Gabriel, I won't say your last name to make it fair.
Oh, starting.
From this moment forward, you will never be alone again. You will have each other. You will carry with this love with one each other. May your life together be immersed in love and excitement. May you strive to enrich each other in every possible way. And may God be in the center of your relationship as long as you both live. I would like to make a prayer for them. If you all can please stand up with me. Now we'll say this prayer in Spanish. If you can please hold hands. Señor Jesús, estoy profundamente agradecido contigo porque nos has permitido celebrar esta unión tan hermosa entre este hombre y esta mujer. Te pido que seas con ellos todos los días de su vida, que tú los cuides, los protejas, los guardes, que los acompañes en este largo camino de su vida, que los llenes de bendiciones, que en los momentos difíciles les des más amor para que puedan superar cualquier problema que puedan encontrar. Sea en sus corazones hoy y todos los días de su vida. En tus manos los encomiendo. En el nombre de Jesucristo.
Amen.
Amen.
Can we now kiss the bride?
No, not yet. Not yet. Having pledged fidelity to one another, to love and honor and cherish one another in the presence of God and these witnesses, and by the authority vested in me by the Constitution And the state, in this state of Utah, I had to get my minister license for you guys. Thank you. It's my honor to now pronounce you husband and wife. You make his the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to be the first one to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Villapudua.
I know, you too. To the corner.